Joe Rogan, a world-famous podcaster, hosted Mark Zuckerberg in his Joe Rogan Experience. Joe Rogan was able to try on the new upcoming MetaQuest Pro or Project Cambria headset before the interview, describing a demo with an alien in front of him. He stated that when I moved my mouth, she moved her mouth, describing the face tracking feature we knew was coming to the MetaQuest Pro for a while now. He also mentioned that when he moved his eyes left and right, it also tracked his eye movements. From his statements, we can add another confirmation on top of what we knew before for face and eye tracking features to be included in the new headset. During the same podcast, Mark Zuck stated that MetaQuest Pro will be released sometime in October. Guys, that's literally a month away. Even if the release is in the later part of October, that's max 2 months that we'll be waiting for. I know from interacting with people on YouTube comments and Twitter that most of you guys are not too interested in the MetaQuest Pro since the headset will be business oriented. My thought is that even though it's business oriented, it is holding the Quest naming sequence, and the video Mark Zuckerberg posted showing off the MetaQuest Pro had games in it, so I think you can think of the MetaQuest Pro as a slimmer and better Quest 2. And it's obviously going to be much more expensive at around $1,000 or even more, so whether this headset will be worth it will depend on you. What we do know is that literally all of the specs will be much higher compared to the MetaQuest 2 with dual 2160 by 2160 mini LED LCD panels and 12 gigs of RAM up from Quest 2's 6 gigs of RAM. I know most people out there, they like to see what the new headsets are capable of in terms of looking at the new technology, but will not personally buy one. Let me know in the comments below your thoughts on the MetaQuest Pro or Project Cambria. We finally get a hands-on first look at the upcoming PlayStation VR 2 headset from Sony next month. Well, when I say we, most of us will see it through some kind of video on YouTube or Twitter, I'm sure, because the first look will be hosted at the Tokyo Game Show, obviously in Japan. As Japan is still not open to regular tourists, it'll be very hard for people to get into the country to head to this show, so all we can do is hope that they will have some footage for us. The game show runs from September 15th to the 18th, and Sony will be showing off the new PSVR 2 alongside Resident Evil 8, which is a game confirmed to be released for PSVR 2. PSVR 2 will obviously be a competitor in terms of the specs against the MetaQuest Pro, as PSVR 2 will also have upgraded displays with HDR, wider field of view lenses, eye tracking, and new controllers with precise haptic feedback, as well as haptic feedback on the actual headset as well. If you somehow missed this major news that came out recently, I got you covered. Meta finally drops the forced Facebook login for your MetaQuest 2 as they came out with the new Meta VR accounts that do not require a Facebook account. This feature is one of the most requested feature from the community to be implemented, and Meta finally listened as they promised this feature will come in August, which they did. So now, to move on with the transition, you have to make a Meta account when you log into your Quest, and I'm sure you already got the notification for that. If you still haven't, just please make sure to update your headset and your app prior to the update, as I've seen few people have trouble with their account. I cover the new changes that come along with the new Meta account, so if you're interested, check out the video in the top right. So many people were excited about GamesCon, which ran from August 24th to the 28th, and they have the right to be because there were a lot of cool announcements from this event. A lot of the things that came out I've already covered in my previous video, so I'll make this summary really quick. The first is The Walking Dead Saints and Sinners Chapter 2 Retribution. They offered new gameplay and a demo for this upcoming game, so if you're interested, I'll have a link in the description. Next is a new game from Alchemy Labs. They produce super popular titles like Job Simulator and Vacation Simulator. Their new game will feature multiplayer and focus on hand tracking. Next, we have Everslot Invasion by Fast Travel Games. Based on the PC VR game Everslot, we'll see this roguelike co-op game early in 2023 for standalone Quest 2. Fast Travel Games also had another thing to say in terms of their PvP swordplay game, Broken Edge. The announcement introduced the classes within the game, introducing the Barbarian, the Duelist, Knight, Samurai, and Tyrant. More are planned and they're on their way. Next, we have Catan AR coming for the upcoming AR headset Tilt 5. I discussed the Tilt 5 in this video here, but Tilt 5 is an AR gaming headset that projects the game onto a flat surface like a table. The board game Catan will be able to be played at launch, which is super cool. I'm a big fan of the game. Alright, let's get into the game releases of the week. The first game is Jupiter and Mars. Most of the planet Earth is submerged underwater and humankind is nowhere to be found. As new threats emerge, we have a pair of dolphins named Jupiter and Mars to save the day. You'll guide them in their globe-trotting adventure, now available on MetaQuest 2. Next, we have Nerf Ultimate Championship. Squad up and blast your way to victory with action-packed 4v4 multiplayer Nerf battles. You'll have to master wall running, ricocheting, and slam firing a storm of darts down to your opponents to become the master of the arenas. Nerf is a high-action first-person shooter I know a lot of people will enjoy. Next is Death Horizon Chapter 5, Forget Me Not. To survive and save the world from the virus, use both hands and your head, never stop shooting, pick up your hands, climb up pipes and ladders, jump onto bars and grab a hold of ropes, search cupboards, and throw everything you find at zombies. This is the biggest update in 3 years of Death Horizon, which adds new weapons, enemies, game mechanics, achievements, and a new final boss fight. As mentioned throughout the video, we have a lot of exciting games coming out for VR. If you're looking for more games that are planning to come out in the near future, check out the video on the right, and if you missed last week's episode, check out the video on the left. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.